Okay, miniature friends, I want to have a real conversation with you today about what's going on with me. And also, if you're new here, welcome. My name's Molly Bird, and welcome back if you're not new here. And what I mean by what's going on with me is, I don't know if it's a midlife crisis. I mean, I'm past midlife practically. I'm 57. But I have this guilt. I have guilt about having my miniatures. I don't know where this is coming from. I wanted to sell them all, except for the cottage dollhouse. I will never sell that. But I wanted to sell my miniatures because of guilt. And then I was seeing way too many social media videos lately about decluttering and how we should not leave all these things for our children to have to do when we're gone someday. It's too much of a burden on them. So we should declutter now, probably around my age, or maybe in our 60s, but we shouldn't keep our things till our 70s or 80s for sure. And we should get rid of everything because they don't want the stuff we have, right? So I get that. But then I was feeling guilty, well, oh my gosh, I should get rid of everything. And I invested some money in these pieces, but I don't know what they're gonna be worth for my children someday. I don't know how much time they want to invest in selling them. And I also don't know how capable I will be in selling them in my later years. And now I am capable and I understand social media and I know how to do everything now. So maybe now is the time to sell everything. But I only had 5 years in enjoying these things. Not even that with some of them. I mean, I just bought my belly dancer doll. So I was like, what am I gonna do? And I went into a panic and I was catastrophizing. And I just was spinning. And my husband was like, you are not having a good day. You cannot do this today. Settle down and do this when you are ready and you're not catastrophizing, basically. But no, I didn't. I was like, nope, I gotta do it now. Gotta get rid of everything. Gotta start taking photos. I gotta announce it on YouTube that I'm doing this. So they have, you guys that are following me, you guys can get the first, bids on them or whatever I'm gonna do with them. And then I even thought about selling them on here. Maybe I could do an auction thing or something. I was just spinning. But then I started taking photographs for Etsy. Well, that would be totally out because I forgot the nightmare about Etsy, and that's why I'm not on Etsy anymore. And that's because they take fees, and then the whole tax thing, and then also the listing and the time and the effort and the stress. And oh gosh, I'd rather not even sell them at all and just have my kids junk the stuff before doing Etsy again. But that's silly. All right, so then I calmed down. And I said, I'm enjoying these. I have to stop catastrophizing and just enjoy the moment and the moments with them and the moments with sharing my miniatures with you guys. And don't worry about the future. Whatever happens, happens. They'll figure it out. It's not going to be a problem. They're not going to be upset with me if I keep them. Okay, so children someday, if you see this, I hope you're not upset with me in 35 years from now if you see this video that I didn't do this. But I think, it's a wiser decision to keep them. I wouldn't get even what I paid for them because, I bought them at pretty high prices, and I know they're not going to be worth what I bought them because that's how life is. You buy something like a car, it always depreciates in value. So you don't buy it for that reason. Unless those are the reasons you're buying something, you probably shouldn't get into miniatures because honestly, they're not about big resale value. Unless you're the creator and you're, selling it right out of your shop and you created it, then it is. But other than that, once it trickles down, it's not going to be, unless, this person becomes famous, that was the artisan that made it. I mean, who knows? But for the most part, it's not a money maker. So this video also, I wanted to talk about that. And if you are a miniaturist, do you do it for your own sheer joy, or do you do it for profit for the future, or are you a reseller, or are you someone that creates miniatures? And what do you feel about the worth of miniatures and how much investment you should put into it? And everyone has different budgets, I get that. So that's the other thing. It depends on your own personal budget and where you're at in life. I'm fine with the miniatures. What I have is not, we have not at all ruined the quality of our life because I have miniatures, or it's not even putting a dent in to our future life. It's just, it was fun money. I'm a baker. I spent all the money from my baking profits that I didn't need to provide for a household to go into miniatures. So I should be guilt-free about this, right? So this is something must to do with my childhood, and I'm not blaming my parents or anything, but we did, grow up having to be really careful how we spent money, or my mom did, I should say, and my dad. We had some crisis in there growing up. There was times that we did well financially, or my parents did, and then there was times that we didn't, and then my mom had to go back to school, and there was a lot of things that happened that we lost, or I shouldn't even say we lost money, we just my parents, I should say they, because I was a child, my parents weren't able to make a lot for a lot of reasons. Inflation, my dad couldn't find a job, there was so many things, but is it from that? I have no idea. And I don't have a therapist, so I don't think a therapist can help me because I don't even have one. And even if I did, who knows if they can help with this. But somehow I have to let it go, and I have to move forward, and I have to stop guilting myself about this stuff. I don't understand why I do this. So maybe with your help and your support in this channel, I can get over this hump of feeling guilty and just enjoying the process, enjoying my miniatures, enjoying sharing the miniatures with you. And so thanks for watching, and I hope that you don't have guilt about miniatures, because there's nothing to be guilty about. This is some weird personal journey I'm on that I am trying to work out, and hopefully I will work it out very, very soon. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope I see you next time.